called Nora, head teacher of Young Senior Secondary School. This is a mixed day school, and it's mainly composed of Muslims. They are the majority. The Christians are few. So even when you come to this place, you find most of our children have veiled, even the Christians veil. Now when it comes to discipline, the discipline is fair, though not up to date. These children, they don't listen to the teachers. When teachers talk to them, they want to talk back. When you tell them to tuck in, because that's one of the requirements of a student, to tuck in, to speak English. Though they are not supposed to speak their language when they are trying to express themselves, but you find that when you tell them to tuck in, they don't want. Coming late, they don't want to comply to what the teacher is saying. So there's a bit of that challenge. Now, just like today, there's a student who came very late. The teacher said, "Why are you late? You go back." The student said, "I'm going nowhere. You cannot tell me to go back." And yet you want to instill that spirit of time management. So it's really a challenge for us here in the village. But also besides, the students come from very far. This is the only school around here. They come all the way from Chilai. Because one thing I've observed with our parents here, it's like they're not doing their role. And for children to be disciplined, it begins from home. And one thing I know that our culture as Africans surpasses that one of the Western world. But the children are below our expectation just because the parents are not doing their work. So if he's coming to talk to them about their culture, I think it's something worth talking about. Because it is from that they can now respect the teachers when they come to school, because that is an African culture, respect for the elders. So I think it's a worthwhile program, and we appreciate that is embracing all the students into the culture of the Vamasa. Now back to discipline still. When it comes to the circumcision members, when the students just hear the kadudi, I don't know whether that one you are promoted, they'll just leave class and you'll find them hanging on the fence. So that is still culture. But it affects their learning. Also during the circumcision season, the children are never many in class. That's the other challenge I can tell you about this period.
There's what we call culture and customs. Culture is much broader, and a custom is a smaller component of the culture. The best example is Imbalo, is part of the culture. So Imbalo cannot be the culture, but it's a custom which is practiced under the bigger component of the culture. We are therefore the custodians of morality in this community. If you learners misbehave, if anybody commits a crime, they will say, does that community have the Umukuka? So we are here to ensure that we mentor you to be well-behaved learners. We discourage anybody who live outside our customs and norms. As farmers, of course, I insist in the various schools I've gone that it is wrong, very wrong. And when we get you, we shall harass you. It is wrong, for example, for a guy, a lady, Baba, Nanga, Benga, when you are going to Susu, you don't stand, isn't it?
Yes.
When I was driving, I passed there at the center, I saw a girl doing just like what? And I went from what? From there. We have a duty as a cultural institution to mobilize you to study. That's our work. Where you are sitting somewhere there. But crossing from where she is to where the headmistress is, you take less than a second to reach here. But to cross formally, you need about 20 years from where you are to where she is. Formal crossing, meaning you must study, finish your O level, finish A level, finish university. You get that? Get a job, you work for a number of years before you are a deputy head teacher, before you are a head teacher. So it takes some considerable period of time for you to cross from where you are to where she is. So we want to encourage you to ensure that Madame Nora is not immortal. She will not be here forever, for years and what? For Yes. The people who will take over leadership when she has reached a certain age will be you. And I want to say she is very biased. She will be very uncomfortable to see another person other than her student coming here to be a what? A head teacher. She will love so much that you, that she's mentoring, one day are able to replace her. So let's ensure that we focus on education. We hear this could be a universal or universally paid by government. Please study and finish the educational cycle. You rather even, when necessary, like boys, you rather even postpone circumcision, but ensure that you finish the educational cycle. It is of course not a problem to enter university as Umusinde. It's okay. Rather than rushing to circumcise and drop out of what? School. When you circumcise, for example, our calendar is at the end of 11 December. It is categorically meant to cater for all runners, so that every December after, towards Christmas, you circumcise, so that you don't miss out on what? On school. Because an educated society is what we want. Once you have Masabaland flashing degrees, masters and PhDs, nobody can beat us. So the Umukuka sent me here to talk to Bazukuru to encourage you. I'm moving in all schools across Masabaland. There's no school that I want to go. That is our work. To tell you that there's a cultural institution, and the cultural institution is mandated to mobilize its people to study, is mandated to shape its learners. We, as a cultural institution, we are going to ensure that we award nobody a marriage certificate. Anybody who gets married, and when he has not reached the statutory age of marriage, we cannot award them marriage certificate. That's the position, those are the protocols of the cultural institution. We shall not award anybody. That's a very critical point. We shall talk to everyone, including government anyway, to ensure that no marriages, because you have seen some parents are quicker to sing their girls what? Marry off. Islam has 3 points. I don't know if there are any Muslims. Now we have 3 points in Islam. The first one is when Azan goes. This was when you hear the Azan, they say you rush for prayers. The second one is when a person dies. They say you must bury him immediately. The third one is when a girl becomes jumping. Even if she's 12, they say you marry her off. As a cultural institution, we are saying no. We must modify that protocol, that provision to ensure that we support you and finish your education. An educated girl, Nora here, has about 2 degrees. Besides the administrative role, she was, when she did administrative role in Makerere University, she emerged Magna Cum Laude. Magna Cum Laude means first class. Magna Cum Laude is Latin for first what? Class. So she's quite exceedingly what? Very well, and the university management was very, very impressed. So I want you to focus on education, get 1 degree, get the second one, and look for a job. To do that, you need to be persons of good manners, morality, morals, respect for your teachers. Respect begins from here. You respect your teachers, all of them. You respect fellow learners. We have a challenge. Sometimes students or students think that they are more intelligent than their teachers, that they are more intelligent than their what? Parents, that they are more intelligent than community members. No, it's not so. You become a thief when you begin becoming impulsive, mood swings, you do a lot of lies. The moment you want to be a thief, who be, you arrive at home at 9 in the night. Yet Madame Nora dismissed you here at say 4 or 5 or Rengo or Abishini. When you are not actually at what? At school. We had the example of Nakaruke. The headmistress told me the girl who was killed, Ngame Sonera, and she goes out with the men. People killed her. It was rivalry. Men killed her because she was now dating or multiple men. So you Ngamranga Muroji. We want to use such an unfortunate example to tell you that, please, we are willing, where necessary, including the headmistress here, we shall, as a cultural institution, recognize you and reward you if you finish your degree when you still have your virginity. I don't believe they have virginity in once you commit, maybe you do rape, maybe you do defilement, Now, in the other, there's a difference. Madam Laura here is a lawyer, she has done law. There's a difference between rape and defilement. Now, under rape, you use the force who are women. Under defilement, who can upset its wrong way of cheese. Now, the problem is, woman are 15, 16, 17 years. I have cheese. I have cheese. It's still a crime. Once you do that, both of you, yes. I went to the man home and I told they are very young girls. So we want to ensure that stay, as I said, keep your peace, keep your virginity until when you finish. Get a person of your choice. A colleague who is working here, a lawyer, you are yourself a lawyer, you get another lawyer, that is much safer. So not just lose your virginity to one ordinary man in this village. Ensure that you keep it, but get somebody of the corresponding standard of your choice. So we intend in September to call all of you into the Mbali City where the Umukuka is organizing an educational conference. Most is Madam Laura Motoha, because Umukuka will also invite people from this organization, whether the news organization is this. End of it, we shall do that as a institution. That is something we can manage. So let's ensure that you showcase your projects. This is drama, Masaba. That will be a platform for you to showcase all those talents, showcase what you are. If your parents want to marry you off, tell him that the Umukuka will be uncomfortable with such a decision. That my head teacher and the staff will be uncomfortable, and you rush to us or to the head teacher to alert us. We cannot allow any parent to sanction the marriage of a younger girl. We shall talk to the RPC and other police leadership. They will come in. So let's ensure that we keep our peace.